Hi, my name is Dave and today I am reviewing the BQEYZ Spring 2. First of all, I'd like to thank BQEYZ for sending me the Spring 2. The Spring 2 is available for $169 USD. It's available in two colors, green and black. I was sent the green color for review. The packaging looks quite premium. It's very minimalistic, yet it has a very classy feeling. As you can see, we have the hardcover case, the IMs, so we have the IM cable, two sets of ear tips, one is atmospheric and one is reference. The Spring 2 comes with a detachable 2-pin cables, which is made up of high quality 4 single crystal copper cable with 224 cores and comes with a single-ended 3.5 mm termination. It has an aluminum Y split with the BQEYZ branding and a smooth chin slider. The cable is flexible and don't tangle much. It looks like a very good quality cable. The Spring 2, it has a one balance armature, one 13 mm bionic dynamic driver and 9-layer piezoelectric ceramic sheet. The housing is made up of aluminum and has a very good smooth finish. The fitting is quite good and the weight is quite normal. It doesn't feel much heavy. It sits tight in the air and even after hours of listening, it doesn't feel any strain. Now let's talk about the sound of the Spring 2. For sound review, I have used my TX160 player and Fuse Q5. The sound signature of the Spring 2 is neutral to slightly warm depending on the source. The sound signature feels like a W shaped and has very good balance across all frequencies. Speaking of the bass on the Spring 2 is very natural and tight and punchy, just as you can expect from a dynamic driver. The kick drums, the bass guitar, the cellos sounds very natural. The bass, it usually don't bleed into the mids and is presented in a very well controlled manner. It has good details and good texture, and however there's a slight lack of sub bass at some times, but that is more depending on the track that you're listening to. On some tracks it feels very adequate, while in some tracks where there's a low sub bass, kind of some sub bass instrument running in the background, in those cases the sub bass feels kind of low, but it's not too low. I still feel that the bass is still very, very good. Now coming to the mids on Spring 2, again it is a very natural feeling. It has a good amount of details. It's appropriately forward. It's forward enough to feel the emotion of the vocals as well as of all the instruments that plays in the mids region. For example, electric guitars are very enjoyable. It has kind of an emotional, intense presentation. Now coming to the treble, or the highs, we can say. The highs in the Spring are very detailed. At times with the source or with the kind of track we are listening to, it might sound a little intensified, but it actually makes the sound signature quite fun. But it's not fatiguing or bright in any sense. The cymbals have a very good texture. The hi-hats are clear and detailed. Acoustic guitar sounds really, really good. Overall, in my opinion, the Spring 2 does really well with the highs. Coming to soundstage, imaging and layering. The soundstage in the Spring 2 is wide, but not too wide. It's wide enough to give us a good emotional feeling. It has a good depth. It provides enough space for all the instruments to have a well-defined position. I never felt the sound was congested even when the music was busy with a lot of different instruments playing, the vocals along with the various instruments like in some rock music. In most other IEMs around this price range or even with higher price range, I have seen them struggle with the layering, but Spring 2 really shines for me in this case. Even though it didn't have a very wide soundstage, but the appropriate width, appropriate height and the layering helps it a lot. The imaging is quite accurate too. The instruments can be well identified in which place or which position they are. Speaking about the overall sound, personally I like the presentation of Spring 2 a lot. It is a perfect balance of sound with a lot of micro details. There is still a slight graininess which I initially encountered in the when I started using the IEM, but with time, it's been almost more than a month now, that graininess is sort of gone. With few Q5, I never felt the graininess, but with the iBasso DX160, once or twice I have felt it, but now I don't feel it anymore. It might be I might have got adjusted the sound signature. The sound signature is balanced and yet fun to listen to, and at the same time providing a lot of details. It didn't sound bad with any of the genres. I have tried rock, metal, pop, jazz, blues and Indian music too. Everything sounds good with it. The sound is slightly energetic with good engagement with all kind of genres. There is a very good clarity across all frequencies, which I believe is really hard to achieve at a price point like this. So I believe it's a really well done piece of art from BQEYZ. Alright, time to wrap up. Thanks for watching the review. Please like the video if you think it was good. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. You can follow us on our Facebook, Instagram. The links are down below. Thank you so much. Bye bye.